So once again, good morning to everyone. So myself, Santosh, working as a lecturer at Government Polytechnic, Aurad. So today I am presenting the class on the Unit 4 chapter of subject Environmental Sustainability 20 CV 11A to the first semester diploma students. So the content covered in this class are the causes and effects of soil pollution. So these two contents will be covered in this class. In the causes and effects of soil pollution due to excessive use of fertilizers, pesticides, and insecticides. So the main content in this class is this one. Now brief introduction. So the soil pollution now has become a major challenge that we need to overcome for establishing a healthy environment. So weathering of the earth crust by different processes leads to the formation of soil that accumulate over the century. So in the present era or in the present situation, the soil pollution has become the major challenge, and it is considered as a very important because whatever the human need the food, so that food production it will done through this lithosphere layer or to the soil. So this soil it will occurs at the earth crust, and this soil it is formed due to the disintegration of the rocks into smaller fragments. So the disintegration of the rock due to the different climatic conditions. So when these rocks are continuously exposed to the different climatic conditions during rainy season and winter season and summer season, so like that when that material or when these rocks are continuously exposed to the different climatic conditions, so they will disintegrate and break into a smaller particles. So that smaller particles, so we will call it as a soil. So this through this soil only, so all the plants or trees or this crops will be grown. So depending upon the fertility of the soil, so different type of crops are grown. So due to the human activities or due to the some of the natural activities, so nowadays the soil is polluting at a very larger rate. However, let us consider our own country in India. So Indian economy is largely depends upon the agriculture. So 70% of the our Indians are depends upon the agriculture, and that agriculture or the growing of the crops or plants it is done in the soil layer. So our Indian economy it is purely depends upon the agriculture. So thus the Indians we should give high priority to the development of agriculture, fisheries and livestock, and without causing the pollution to the soil. Therefore, the surplus production it is very important to protect crops from any type of damage caused due to the insects, weeds, rodents and other crop diseases. Because our farmers are completely depends upon the agriculture, and during the growing of the crops, that crop is subjected to the different climatic conditions, and it is affected by the various type of microorganism organisms such as insects, even these weeds or even rodents and other certain diseases. So that farmers has to protect the crop from these dis, these organisms. And next one is the very obvious answer is pesticides and herbicides. To protect the crop from these insects or crop rodents or any other diseases, the farmer has to go for certain alternative or to protect their crops. So the best answer is using the fertilizers, pesticides and herbicides. However, do you know this pesticide herbicide is a leading to the cause of pollution? So that is a question mark, because these fertilizers, pesticides and herbicides on one side they are killing the insects or weeds or rodents, so which are decreasing the yield of the crop, or entirely they are eating the crop plant itself. But on the other way, So these pesticides are these herbicides are these fertilizers. So when they are applied to the crops, so it will mix with the soil and it will kill the microorganisms which are responsible for increasing the fertility of the soil and make the soil complete unfertile. So like that, so we have to use this fertilizers, pesticides are this insecticides in a very proper way. Therefore, it is very important to use the pesticides. It contains lot of harmful chemicals. So these fertilizers, pesticides or insecticides, it contains the chemicals which are harmful to the soil. So completely it will reduces the fertility of the soil. So therefore, to improve the fertility of the soil and prevent the soil pollution, we have to limit the use of fertilizers, pesticides and herbicides. Now the definition of the soil pollution. So it's a very simple term. Pollution means polluting anything. Soil pollution means polluting the soil. In the same way, the soil pollution refers to anything that causes the contamination of the soil and degrades the soil quality. So it occurs when this pollutant causing chemicals are when directly applied to the soil or certain crops, and these chemicals or these pesticides, they will kill the microorganisms which are present in the soil, which increases the fertility of the soil. So for that reason, so we have to be very cautious when we use this pesticides or fertilizers in the crops for applying the crops. Again, the soil contamination or the soil pollution that occurs either because of the human activities or due to the natural processes. So just now I told you, the contamination of the soil or the pollution of the soil, it is caused due to the human activities. So some of the industries, so after recycling the water, after using the water for the various processing activity, so directly they are released into the grounds or directly released into the this agricultural lands. So when such water directly flooded into the this agricultural lands or to the water bodies, so on the water bodies it contaminating the water, and another way when it is mixed with the soil, so it will decreases the fertility of the soil. So for that reason, so this soil is getting polluted due to the human activities or due to the more industrialization. On one way, that industrialization, it is helping the increasing the economy of the country, but on the other hand, so indirectly it is making the land unfertile or contaminating the soil or polluting the soil. And some of the pollution, it is happened due to the natural process. So for that reason, so we have to be limit the use of this certain fertilizers or these pesticides or insecticides. So this contamination can be occur due to the presence of chemicals. So just now told you on the herbicides such as ammonia, petroleum, hydrocarbons, lead, nitrate, mercury, naphthalene, so etc. So these are the certain chemicals which are present in the pesticides in excess to the amount which the plants require. So directly it will mix with the soil and it will reduce the fertility of the soil and make the on one other day entirely the land desert. So for that reason, we should be very cautious regarding the use of the soil. So now next, causes of the soil pollution means how that soil will get polluted. So the soil pollution can be natural or due to the human activity. So just now I told you, the soil will be get polluted due to the this more industrialization, or it is due to the human activity, or due to the some of the natural disasters during this flooding, or due to certain other natural disasters. So completely that the soil will be mixed with the various organic matter, so thereby it getting polluted. So that is an natural activity. So it mostly boils down the activities of the human that causes the majority of the soil pollution, such as just noted heavy industries or pesticides in the agriculture. So heavy use of the pesticides in the agriculture for increasing the yield or preventing the crop from the these insects or any other this flying objects. So it is very essential to apply the pesticide, but within the limit it will helpful. So once it exceeds the quantity which the plants require, so one, it will kills the insects, but it will reduce the yield of the soil as well as fertility of the land. Okay, so the main causes of the soil pollution are indiscriminate use of chemical fertilizers. So mostly this chemical fertilizer contain about 70% of the urea, and remaining are this phosphates. See, the are the nitrogen. So the mostly this nitrogen are in the phosphorus based chemicals such as this ammonia or nitrates, and most oftenly used in excess to the required amount will be get directly deposited into the soil. And 70% of the this fertilizers are this ammonia based urea based fertilizers. So when excess fertilizers are added to the crop, so it will increases the yield but make the soil either acidic or alkaline, and it pollutes it. So when these fertilizers directly react with the soil, so it will make either soil as acidic or alkaline or basic, and get pollutes it. So for that reason, so these fertilizers are used in a very limited way. So instead of directly using the fertilizers, if you go from the organic farming, it is very helpful to the farmers. So for that reason, the awareness should be brought among the farmers and promoted to use this organic farmings or this organic fertilizers. So the normally used fertilizers are this ammonia sulfates and ammonium sodium nitrates. So these are the widely used fertilizers in the crops. And about 90% of the fertilizers which are applied to the crops, they are available as in the form of a solids. So just like they are minor grains. So just like a sugar pellets. So these sugar pellets are directly applied on the roots of these crops. So when the water is applied to the crops, so automatically it will be get mixed up with the soil and making this soil unfertile. And the mostly used inorganic fertilizers are this urea, diammonium phosphates, and potassium chloride. So these are the certain inorganic chemicals normally we will use it for the crops. So this before World War II, so this chemical nicotine, so already we heard the name nicotine chemical, it is present in the tobacco. So tobacco is nothing but it's a tobacco. So the tobacco plants used as a pest controlling substance in the agricultural pesticides. But however, this DDT, was found extremely useful for the malaria control and as a pest control for the many insects during this World War II. Therefore, it was used for controlling many diseases. Hence, post-war, the people started using this pest control in the agriculture for killing rodents, weeds, or insects, because these are the certain chemicals which kill this harmful causing insects or weeds or this rodents, avoiding damage to these crops. Similarly, these pesticides are the substances so that are used to kill or inhibit the growth of pests. So the common type of pesticides in the agriculturals are the commonly used pesticides in the agriculture are this herbicides. So these herbicides used to kill the weeds and unwanted plants. So these herbicides used to kill the or control the weeds and other unwanted plants. So the example for this pesticides or these herbicides are the trojans, carbamates, amides, phenoxylene acids, aliphatic acids, and this DDT, and similarly this endosulfan and aldrin. So these are the certain pesticides or herbicides so commonly used in the agriculture. Similarly, fungicides. So these fungicides are used to kill the this parasite fungi or inhabit their or to damage their growth. So the example for these fungicides are these mercury containing compounds. So these mercury containing compounds, they are widely used as a fungicides. So this fungus when directly attacks the plants, or this fungus directly developed on the ground, so this mercury containing compounds and this thicarbonates will be used as a fungicides are directly applied on this fungus and they will remove it. And similarly this copper sulfate, so this copper sulfate is also used as a the fungicides. However, due to the unintentional diffusion of pesticides into the environment poses a variety of environmental concerns such as water pollution, soil pollution. Some of the important soil contaminants are found in the pesticides. So these chemicals poses several health risks to the humans. So example for the health hazard related to the pesticide include the disease of the central nervous system, decreasing the immune system of the diseases like cancer and birth defects. So when in excess, when we use these chemicals as a pesticides and directly applied to the crops, on one side, so it is decreasing the yield of the soil, and on another way, so it is causing damage to the human health. So directly it is affecting the central nervous system, immune system. It causes the cancer or birth defects in the children. So just we now heard the name of this endosulfan. So this endosulfan, it is used for this agricultural crops. So on one side, so it is protecting the crops, but the surrounding area it is complete in Karnataka itself, near to the that what you call as near to the that Karwar, I think. So near to that Karwar, due to this use of this endosulfan, so it is severely affecting the public health. So thereby causing the birth defects in the children or decreasing the immunity of the publics. So like that, it is causing severe effect on the public health. Now insecticides are these chemicals or these biological agents used to kill the insects. As the name itself implies, insecticides. So these insecticides are used to are the chemicals or these biological agents to kill the insects, may diminish crop, otherwise it will affect the human life. They are also known for their beneficial effects. The insecticides are widely used to kill the or to protect these crops. And the normally used insecticides are this organophosphates, chlorinated hydrocarbons, arsenic containing compounds, pyrethrum, malathion, phorates, and this endosulfan. So these are the certain examples for the use of these insecticides. So for that reason, so these insecticides it will protect anyway the crops, but indirectly affect the public health or human health. So for that reason, so we have to be very cautious while using these insecticides or applying the insecticides to the these crops. On one side it is protecting the crop, but on the other side it is affecting the public health, as well as making the soil as a completely infertile, and one day it will turn into a natural disaster, and our whole land will become like a desert. So for that reason, so we have to be very cautious regarding the use of these insecticides. Okay, so this is regarding this causes and effects of the soil pollution. So for these contents, so just now I referred the book, this S.C. Sharma and M.P. Punia, Environmental Studies, this Khanna publication, and Water Supply Engineering by the B.C. Punamiya, and the textbook on this environmental engineering by this H.S. Vishwanath. So now we will discuss some of the multiple choice questions on this causes and effects of the soil pollution. The first question is, so the negative soil pollution is, options are this: reduction in soil productivity, reduction in the soil productivity due to the erosion and overuse. Second, reduction in the soil productivity due to the addition of pesticides and industrial wastes. And third one is converting fertile land into the hardened land by dumping the ash, sludge and garbage. And fourth one is none of the above. So the negative soil pollution is nothing but what? It is a reduction in the soil productivity due to the erosion and overuse. And next one, the air pollution that occurs in the sunlight is, first option. So carefully just go through the question. The air pollution that occurs in the sunlight is due to the reducing the smoke, acid rain, oxidizing smoke or fog. Air pollution that occurs in the sunlight is due to this oxidizing the smoke. And next one, the quantity of this DDT at each trophic level in the food chain. The quantity of the excess use of this DDT in the food chain, option are whether it is decreases, remains the same, or increases, or the changes. So this quantity of DDT in the food chain, it is goes on increasing. So when we use or we are continuously use the DDT for the or applying the DDT to the crops, so their quantities goes on decreasing, increasing. And the next one is, in which temperature the soil develops slowly. In which temperature soil develops slowly? The options are this summer or wind, rainy or cold season. So this soil development will mainly happen in the this winter season or in the cold season, because they will get the maximum nutrients to the soil. So during this winter season. And the next one is, so what is called for the mixture of all the content of soil? What is called for the mixture of all contents of soil? A, erosion; B, sublimation; C, degradation; and fourth one is loams. So the answer it is loams. So that mixture of soil are the different type of soil, so it is called as a loams. So that erosion is nothing but it is a movement of the water from one place to the another place, or from the higher side to the lower side due to the flooding. And sublimation is nothing but it is a similar way. Degradation is nothing but separation, and loams are nothing but it is a mixture of the various type of soils. And so the next question is, the integrated pest management reduces the excess use of fertilizers. Whether this statement it is true or false. That integrated pest management, it will reduces the use of fertilizers. So this statement is absolutely true, because when effectively we use this